Okay, I'm Maggie.
And I'm Brittany.
And our presentation today is on whether herbal drugs or supplements are safe or not. So first we're going to give you some background knowledge on what herbal supplements actually are. They're medicines derived from plants. You've probably seen them and you probably recognize them better than you think that you would. They're at stores all over. They're a form of dietary supplements, and this actually means that the FDA does not regulate them because the FDA is Food and Drug Administration, and it's not considered a drug and it's not considered a food. It's a dietary supplement, so they're not regulated by the FDA. They've actually been used for thousands and thousands of years to cure illnesses and stuff like that. They're actually becoming really increasingly popular in the U.S. There was a study done that I think like $6 billion were spent on herbal supplements and dietary supplements in 1 year. They have really good curing abilities, and that's what they're mostly known for. And they can range from anything. Some of them are for depression, some can be for, some have been shown for lowering cholesterol, anything like that. So some common herbal supplements, I actually brought 2 of them. This is more of a dietary supplement, but an herbal supplement is a form of dietary supplement, and it's biotin. And it's probably better known as like, it makes your hair and your nails grow faster and stuff like that. And actually on the bottle, it has, on both these bottles, it has there's a little warning like this is not regulated by the FDA. And in the ingredients are like soybean and stuff like that. And actually in this B12 one, this is used for, it supports your nervous system, so I think it helps with like, I think it can help with seasonal depression and stuff like that. There's actually cellulose in it, which we talked about in class, and structure of the plant cells. So that's some of those. These are some common ones. Grapeseed extract is for antioxidant support, and that's important because you don't want, it prevents oxidation and damages to our cellular DNA. And as you age, your body's less effective at preventing oxidation, so people take those to kind of increase that. Ginger root promotes digestive health. I don't know if any of you, when you were little, ever got sick, drank ginger ale to make your stomach feel better. So that's kind of similar to that. Bilberry, I've actually never heard of, but it supports your eye health. St. John's wort promotes mood balance, so it's used for depression and stuff like that. And then standardized cranberry capsules support urinary tract health, so if you have like a urinary tract infection or a bladder infection, I know cranberry juice is something that people always say to drink. And so that kind of promotes that to prevent those things from happening. So herbal supplements are actually a really good thing to take. Some of the benefits are when you take them, they have reduced side effects from other drugs. Because they're naturally derived, our bodies are more used to like them, so the side effects, if there even are some, are very limited and reduced than a pharmaceutical drug. They're readily available. You don't need a prescription to take them. They're available at Giant Eagle, Walmart. They're all over. You can pretty much get them anywhere. You don't need anyone to tell you that you can take them. They're cheap in cost. I looked into St. John's wort, and actually, like I said, it's for depression, and it was $5.99 for 100 capsules of 350 milligrams. And Prozac is a prescription drug used to treat depression, and it was, I mean, I don't know if this is completely accurate, it was $15.95 for 120 milligram capsules. So they are a little bit cheaper than the prescription drugs. They're highly efficient in chronic conditions such as depression and stuff like that. They've been shown to be really efficient. They're made from natural ingredients, like I said, with the cellulose and the soybean and the biotin and the B12. They can provide essential nutrients, so you can take vitamin B12, you can take vitamin C, they have vitamin D ones, I know, and they have a wide range of use. So they can be used if you just think that you need more vitamin D in your system or you don't have enough in your diet. They have iron ones, or they can be used to cure things like depression, and like there's some for acne and there's some for weight loss. So one that I looked into is 5-HTP. It's hydroxytryptophan. And tryptophan is that chemical in turkey that people say makes you tired. Sorry. And the way this works is it's like, it helps the tryptophan, so it boosts the serotonin in your brain, and that's kind of like your tired hormone in your brain, and it makes you tired. It works quickly because it breaks that blood and brain barrier, so it works a lot faster and it makes you tired faster. This just one is the Sundown Naturals brand. It's called 5-HTP. It's the same as the hydroxytryptophan. And the natural ingredient in this is Griffonia simplifica seed extract. So that's the natural herb that they have found in that one.
Alright, so after hearing all of that information, you're probably thinking, wow, herbal supplements are a good choice. But what you don't know is how harmful they can be. Studies have shown that herbal supplements have been known to cause Cushing syndrome, comas, and hypoglycemia. Now, I didn't know, so in case you don't know, Cushing syndrome is a syndrome that occurs when the body takes in too much of a medicine and you're producing too much cortisol. This can result in swelling of the skin, usually the face or the upper body, redness, these purple marks on your body. And if you're a young child, it can actually slow down development, so that's not something you want to play around with. Hypoglycemia, again, for those who don't know, is a low blood sugar, usually associated with diabetes. But that's not all. It's also one of the leading causes of liver abnormalities and hepatitis. Hepatitis is the inflammation of the liver. This can also, some symptoms of this are like red, itchy rashes, diarrhea, constipation, fatigue, nothing fun. Now, these aren't all extremists, people who are overdosing or going crazy. Actually, multiple times, it's a matter of there being too many herbal extracts in the individual doses. So people are simply reading the label telling them what to take and not knowing that there's too many herbal extracts in the individual dose. There's also danger with contamination. There's also danger with contamination and mislabeling of substances because things aren't labeled correctly and people can never know that. But why are all these harmful things happening and why is this news to us? Why don't we know? Well, it's because there's many misconceptions. For example, Chinese herbal medicines, you can buy them in stores, therapeutic facilities, online, you can buy it on the internet, you can buy it over the counter right next to your Advil. If I can buy it next to Advil, why should I assume that there's something harmful with it? But this is because it's listed as a dietary supplement, not a food or a drug, as she mentioned earlier. And what does this mean? This means that the FDA cannot regulate it, monitor it, and make sure everything's good to go. Now that's not always bad, but it can also mean that safety hazards are often overlooked, and the FDA can't take it off the market until consumers have bought it and seriously bad things have happened. Then at that point they can take it off the market and say, okay, this isn't good. Because it's not FDA regulated, little to no studies have been done evaluating how it's been processed and made. This is what I mentioned earlier about when things being mislabeled or contaminated. It's unhealthy, we don't know what's actually in it. So, in conclusion, we both kind of decided that herbal supplements have the potential to be unsafe, hazardous, and seriously harmful. A lot of this is just the little bits of things that might go wrong that we never see. But
they can be helpful. It's important that you do your own research on them and you go to your doctor, because if you're taking something, it's not going to tell you on the herbal supplement that don't take it with like certain drugs. So you need to make sure that everything that you're taking, it's safe to be taken with. And if you don't, you know yourself best and you know your body best, and if you want to be the safest, always do your own research and make sure you know exactly what you're taking, because like we said, the FDA doesn't regulate it, and so they don't test it, and so until something goes wrong, they won't regulate it. And so it's important that you know exactly what you're putting into your body.
And it's not that everything is bad, but it has the potential to be, so it's always best to ask for help. And these are our references.